Oh, almost. Boy, it is a challenge getting on here every time. Too many buttons to hit. Anyways, welcome to the Designer and the Dyer. Have you ever tried Short-Row Colourwork before? We're going to be chatting about it today and reviewing a new book by the designer who started it. So, grab a beverage and let's talk fiber. Woo-woo! Oh, hold on. Where did it go? Oh. Too many clips. Too many.
Oh my gosh.
There we go. Yay!
Yay!
We're live!
And I'm on the other side. Yay!
Yes, I moved you around.
She's just got control. Control freak. No.
Click, click, click. No, one of us has to do it. Yeah, so I don't know. I got the clicky job, I guess.
She's got the clicky job, and I'm just perfectly fine with that. Fine.
Yes.
So how are you?
Look who's on. It's Lise. Hi, Lise.
Hello, Lise.
How am I? Oh, I'm Lauren, the designer, aka Sweet Yarns.
And I am Lea-Ann, the Bariatric Knitter, and I am the Dyer.
Yes. Okay, so it is May 24 here in Canada, yes. Also known as Victoria Day. No, it is not the 24th. It is only the 20th. Yes. But we always call it here May 24. Do you? I know I always did growing up.
I always called it May 24, but
yeah,
I always thought it was because everybody bought beer.
You need a 2-4 pack.
You need a 2-4 pack to. Not that I don't drink beer, but I always growing up, I always thought it was like that's what people did. They drank on the holiday.
I like having a cold beer, an ice cold beer on a hot day.
Oh,
that's always good. See, otherwise, I'm not a beer drinker either.
I am too loopy for alcohol already.
True.
So how is everyone else doing this weekend? Everyone having a great, safe weekend, enjoying the weather?
A long weekend? I never get long weekends. Okay, I think it's quite funny. My husband, I don't know what his problem is. He doesn't pay attention or what. But every time a long weekend's coming up, he's like, "Oh, are you off on Saturday?" I'm like, "No, working." It has been the same thing for how long have I had the store now?
Well, you're on your 14th day.
Well, that's the store's anniversary. Okay. I would be on 8 or 9 now. 9. Okay. Yeah, because I bought it when it was 5.
Okay.
So for the last 9 long weekends, gotta be open on a Saturday. You never know if we're gonna get out of towners popping in or what. So I always have worked, but he always asks. I take 2 long weekends a year. Thanksgiving and Easter. Those are the 2. Yeah. Otherwise, I'd be at the store.
Work, work, work. Work, work, work.
Yep.
More
Lisa,
crook.
she is awesome. She's having a great long weekend.
Wonderful.
Well, she should be having a good long weekend. It started off with a trip to the yarn store.
Oh, well, that makes it a great long weekend.
Yes, Lise was by on Saturday.
Oh, nice. And what
To
did
pick
Lise
up.
buy?
Well, she had left some yarn for me to wind after LYS Day, because LYS Day I did not wind yarn. Too busy, no
Okay.
time.
No time.
So she left her skeins for me to wind, and then she was supposed to pick it up at our in-store knit night last week. Was that last week or the week before? And she didn't make it, so she stopped in to pick up her yarn, and she got Barbie and Friends.
Oh, yay!
Barbie and Friends is the hit of the summer.
I think so.
You had a picture of it. We'll just show Barbie and Friends now.
Okay.
This is Barbie and Friends. If you haven't got it yet, I got to name it. Yay!
She did.
So that's one of the many beautiful skeins that Lea-Ann has dyed the last little while, and that we have at the store.
What the heck is going on with that light? Okay, now I feel like I'm on the stage.
Oh, you changed lights again?
Well, I didn't change lights. It is changing on its own.
Oh.
Yeah, because the last time I jumped up, I turned it down, and now it's like, yeah.
Oh. Well, you look good anyways.
Well, thank you. Can't see the gray hair coming in, then we're doing just perfectly fine.
Oh, Lee's got the Ken one too.
Oh.
Oh, no, it was the other Lee's that got both. This Lee's got Ken.
Lee's one, and
this
Lee's
is the other one. Okay, so Lee's got Ken then.
Okay.
This is I am. Did you say it Knuff?
Knuff, yes.
Knuff, yeah.
You explained it.
Okay, so if you've seen the Barbie movie, that's one of the lines in the movie that Ken says is "I am Knuff." And I have not seen the movie yet. I'm planning to. That's out of. We have our name on the list at the library, so we should get it soon. But yeah, so Lea-Ann had dyed up Barbie and Friends for LYS Day, and then she dyed up this one with the blue and the pink, and I'm like, oh, it goes with Barbie. It should be Ken.
Give me 1 second, folks. I have to turn that light down because I feel like I should be doing stand-up comic work.
Well, don't you always do that?
Oh, you're so hilarious today. 1 sec.
I can be. Yeah, so Lea-Ann's been dying up a storm and keeping me super busy with having to keep popping by her place. It's a good thing that she's on my way to work and on my way home, because I have to keep popping in. But she's nice and close, so it's not too bad. So yeah, I have a box of things to give to her, and she's got more yarn to give to me to take down to the store. Did you want to show off all of your colorways now since we started talking about it?
Sure, you can pull them up. I put them up earlier.
Okay, let's start with the ones that just went to the store. So there's Barbie and Friends and Ken. And then also on Saturday, we had this one. Katrina's Posies.
Katrina's
so tell us
Posies.
about that one.
Well, Katrina, when I was 16 years old, I met this lovely elderly German woman. I lived in Scarborough, and she had this huge, huge house. You know, the ones that used to have like the back servant stairs? Yeah. It was just such a cool, beautiful house. And she was in her 80s, and she had a beautiful garden. It was a little overgrown, but, you know, 84 years old and still they're gardening. But she's the one that taught me how to spin when I was 16. I didn't know how to knit or crochet, but I got very good at spinning. So I dedicated this one to her. I thought that that was exactly her. So yes, that is Katrina's Posies.
Yeah, because she had a beautiful garden too. Yes. And then Lea-Ann also dyed this one, and it's already at the store.
Yes, Summer Savory. It's a beautiful skein.
It's a greeny gray along with that blue. It's really nice.
Yes.
So those ones are all right down at the store. They're actually available on my website if you want to pick them up now. But these other ones are not, because these ones she just finished dyeing over the weekend. So we
Yes,
had
I was up at 3:30 this morning winding skeins to make sure that as you're whizzing by tomorrow, I can throw them out into your car to
that's
get them
right.
down.
So this
Yes,
one is blueberry Sudbury. Sudbury
yeah,
is famous. I don't know famous, but known for our blueberries. We have
yeah,
tons around here because our soil
yes.
is what, acidic? Is that the right term?
I have no idea. I just want to go out and pick blueberries. So
Yeah, it's
as long as
acidic
I grow,
because
I'll pick
of
them.
the mine.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah, so we
I
get awesome blueberries.
being from Southern Ontario, you don't get to see that here. You just walk out into the forest and you see blueberries everywhere. But then I saw fiddleheads the other day too. I've never tried fiddleheads before, but I was thinking about going plucking some and giving them a whirl.
I haven't tried them either, but
Oh,
we have a blueberry festival. I think that's in July, if I
oh, is
remember
it?
correctly. Yeah,
Well, I also
and
want to
the
give out
blueberry bear.
the
Do you
blueberry
remember?
beer.
Yeah, he goes to the festival.
No, I've never been to the festival. I'm a
I was once
displaced
or
Southern
twice.
Ontarian. I But I do wanna give it a shout out to, Eileen Gorman, because she was the one
Mm-hmm.
that named this. She actually called it Sudbury Blueberry because I hadn't quite named it when I showed it freshly out of the dye pots,
Right.
and, then I thought, "Well, you know what? We'll put a play on words." So, blueberry sundaes, so we have blueberry Sudbury. Ah,
Awesome.
okay, no one's laughing. That was my good joke for the day. Okay, go on.
Okay, then we have No Man Land.
Yes,
Nomad Land. Nomad
yes.
Land.
Nomadland, yes.
Okay.
And this one is beautiful deep teals. There's a couple different shades of teal in it. It's kind of got that same gray green going into there is a lot of white in there as well. And then it goes into this fabulous kind of a straw golden yellow color.
Mm-hmm.
Just little blips of it, but enough to offset the brighter and muted colors. So yes, it is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
Awesome. And what other one did you do? Oh, this one here. Spring Garden. That is pretty.
I decided that we needed something a little bit more, yes, light. Light. I tend to do a lot of saturated stuff, and
True.
I'm
You like the dark, bright colors. You tend to do
yeah,
a lot of that kind of stuff.
I do. I love dark, and I love the muted. I don't really, I haven't really. I've done some jewel tones. I've done some of these lighter ones, but it's not really my go-to. So
Yeah.
yeah. So this one.
This one isn't quite pastel. It's a little bit darker than that, it looks like.
Yes, yes, it's not quite pastel. I mean, it's a darker and a lighter lilac, and it
Mm-hmm.
goes into like a light summer blue, and then there's a little bit of kind of like a sea green color. There's some peach in there, a little bit of orange, and
A
let me
splash of
see.
pink.
There's a splash of pink in there too, and there is some green as well.
So nice. So
Thank you.
tomorrow, you know what my job will be. Tagging and getting them up on the website.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want any of Lea-Ann's yarns, they're up on my website, sweetyarns.ca. I
Mm-hmm.
actually have, what did I call it? Oh, hold on. Locally hand dyed. It's right in the bar at the top. So that'll link you to all of Lea-Ann's yarns that we have, that even the designer and dyer things like the truffles
Mm-hmm.
that we've done together. So,
Yeah,
and
and
there's
this
a few other ones at the store too. Cardinal,
Cardinal's there and crocus is there
crocus.
too. We just did a restock on cardinal and crocus.
Yeah,
So this is probably a good time for me to say this. A lot of people have been asking if I have any of these colorways in stock, meaning here at the studio, and I don't. I am now Sweet Yarns in-house dyer.
Hmm.
So there is nothing that is sold out of my studio. Everything goes down. Lauren handles everything for the Bariatric Knitter, and she also handles all our stuff from the Designer and the Dyer. So as much as anything that's ordered, so if you still want a custom skein, that's perfectly okay. You just give Lauren an email, a text, a phone call, or a visit, and then she will get that order up to me. So everything is
Yes.
now going through Sweet Yarns.
Hmm.
We just found that this was going to be a little bit easier because we have Sweet Yarns, we have the Bariatric Knitter, and then we have the Designer and the Dyer, which is a whole other entity than what we are separately.
Yes. And then also, your household hours change quite a bit. And
Yes.
it's just not always convenient to have people popping in to pick something up.
No, no.
So it's just easier to do it through the store because I
Yes.
have regular hours in a storefront, and I actually do some deliveries as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So if you're in Greater Sudbury, you might be able to get it delivered, or at least meet
Mm-hmm.
up somewhere
Mm-hmm.
um, while I'm driving in and out. But
There's
yeah.
something else. Just when we say that I'm the in-house dyer, that doesn't mean that if if you're a dyer, please call Lauren. I mean, the more the merrier, because dyers, we each have our individual style.
Yes, for
And
sure.
there is no two dyers that can dye alike at all. So
Nope.
as I said, just because I do the in-house stuff, you know what? If you're a dyer, even if you're starting out in dyeing, then please, give us a call. We'd love to see your work.
Of course. We like to get, well, everybody's is unique, like you said. Everybody does things
Yes.
a little bit different. Your colorways are different from other ones, and that's
Hmm.
just, yeah.
Hmm. And it's, I always say it's good to share the wealth. It's good to grow together.
Mhm.
So, we have now talked to a few people who do artisan work that have their products in the store. So we do have Kelly Pullman and her beautiful cards.
Which I forgot to bring today.
Oh, no, and there's Kiln Candy. Explain,
Yeah.
I don't think you showed any of Kiln Candy's work here on this. You do in your
Okay. I'm
lives.
writing myself a note, and for next Monday, I will bring some of Kelly's cards, and I will bring in some of the pottery.
Yeah, so, if you are
So, yeah.
go ahead.
So Kiln Candy is a local potter who's
Mhm,
also a knitter and crocheter. I think she
mm.
crochets. Oh, weaves and spins.
Oh, that's right too.
Right.
Yes,
She does quite a few things. I also have woven tea towels at the store too
yes,
by another customer. But anyways, yeah, Sherry, who is Kiln Candy, is a longtime customer, and she also does pottery. And because she knits, she knows what knitters want.
yes.
And so she's done some very unique
Mhm.
yarn bowls. You will not find anything like it anywhere else. She
No.
always does, she's very artistic, and she
Mhm,
likes to have fun in the like doing up her pottery. So she'll
mm.
often hand paint stuff on. Like we had, I don't know if we still do. There was a yarn bowl with blueberries on it.
Yes, and then
She's done some with flowers.
she had those knit mugs.
Yep, she does mugs that look
Yeah.
like work sock. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I have one here somewhere. It might not be out in the cupboard.
Okay.
Okay, anyways. And then she does little bowls and stuff too, like for holding your stitch markers and things wherever your knitting corner is or crafting corner. So yeah, she has some totally awesome stuff. She even has a work sock vase,
Oh,
which is
nice.
still at the store. I don't know why people don't pick it up. It is so cool.
Oh,
But
I didn't even notice it. Whoops. That's not nice. I'm sorry, Sherry. There's so I didn't.
her stuff, because it's all unique, and same with Kelly's, don't make it up on my website. But if you're ever looking for something, you can always send me a message or call or whatever, and I can email pictures. And
Well,
yeah,
what else is there to get as a gift for your best friend who's a knitter or crocheter too, right?
exactly.
And something that's dedicated to that. So, as I said, if you are local and you do some products that can be related to knit, then certainly give Lauren a call. Don't give me a
Mhm.
call. Give Lauren a call.
Lea-Ann doesn't want to talk to anybody but me, apparently.
I know. Hey, again, I was up at 3:30 this morning.
I know. See what I mean? Like, it's just not
Hi.
conducive to have people popping into your place to pick stuff up because, yeah.
No, you know what? I'm an old farm girl, so I'm used to getting up in the wee hours of the morning and going doing chores. So I still am that way. But this time I run over to the studio because I've got dyes to pull or things that were
Yeah.
cooling down or skeins to twist. And you know what? Lauren and I have so much coming out in the next
Yeah.
couple months that is like, shh, secret. Um, so, and I was asked again today, in private message about,
Hmm.
again, if I would have the stuff here and if it would be available for Sockapalooza. Now, this is a good time to explain is yesterday was the last dye for those sock yarns. So whatever is in the shop tomorrow is it until mid-June. So no, I will not be restocking. I will not be doing a dye because Lauren and I have so many other things that we have to put out for until September, that I just don't have time immediate time till mid-June to be restocking on our 25% sock yarn. So what you see there, grab it.
Plus, I think you've dyed all your yarn that you had.
Yeah, I did that on purpose. I wanted to
Yeah.
make sure. I think I kept back 3 skeins, just in case. I have another creative thing going in my head, but no, I wanted to get every skein of 25% out because I knew Sockapalooza was coming up.
Yep.
So this way it's there and we're on to other things.
Speaking of Sockapalooza, we could talk about that, seeing as some
Yes.
people won't know.
Okay.
So quite a few of my customers are obsessed with making socks. And so every June for the last, I don't know how long, we've done this quite a few years in a row. We do what we call Sockapalooza. So it's just a fun sock making competition. So whether you've knit 100 or just starting out, you're more than welcome to participate. All the rules are posted on my website,
Mm-hmm.
and they're just to help make things even so that names can go in draws and you can win a chance at a small prize. It's just for fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also teaching sock class. We're doing toe up socks in worsted weight every Tuesday in June.
Nice.
So you'll have a chance to get a full sock completed, which will also get you an entry in our draws, and then you can get your second sock at least started, anyways.
Now
Because
let
doing toe up the cast on's a little tricky, but
Okay, I was just gonna ask, isn't your starting that if someone has a work in progress that it can be put in as well? How's that go?
yes.
Okay.
So we actually
Okay.
have two kinds of whip entries now. You have a starting whip, which means your socks need to be less than half done. So us regular sock knitters, the beginners are excluded. You can just have one started, but it
Mhm.
needs to be less than half done.
Mhm.
Everybody else, it's a pair needs to be less than half done. So if you knit your socks individually and you have one that's close to finished, stop and then wait until June the 1st to finish it up.
She's giving you the hints. Keep the
Yeah.
hints. Yeah.
And then you can start your second sock after your first one's finished. If you're doing two at a time, like I tend to do, then your socks need to be less than half done. So no heels, no gussets, whether doing toe up or cuff down. That's the
Okay.
easiest way to
Gauge.
do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then last year we added in an ending whip. So if you're working away and midnight at the end of the month, you're not quite done, they can count on July the 1st as an ending whip. So you still get an extra entry. And
There
they
you
have
go.
to be at least half done. So
Hey,
yeah,
one of my knitting groups, I saw a woman doing 6 socks at a time. 6 socks.
that's crazy.
That is super crazy. Like
I would
magic
never do
loop,
that.
6. So that's 3 pair of socks at one time. And she was doing them scrappy. I
Wow.
almost had heart failure.
That's not for me for sure. I can
No,
barely get through 2 socks at a
I
time.
know.
Oh, well, speaking of which, let me show you then, because my socks are right behind me.
I didn't bring anything. Well, I did, but
Well, I'm sitting in my office and all my projects that aren't getting worked on at the moment get dumped in here. So, okay, so this is what I mean by 2 at a time. If I can get out of the bag. All right. So you can see I've got both toes on the needle.
oh, you do.
Yeah. These ones I cast on last year because I still had time at the end of the month to cast them on. So I'm doing the Petty Harbor stitch pattern.
That's pretty. No,
It's
I
a
just
free,
like the color.
yeah, it's a free pattern on Ravelry. It's cuffed down, but I'm doing it toe up. It's
No,
really easy.
what's the
Oh,
yarn?
there. The yarn is bamboo pop sock
Okay.
in the colorway corals, and
Oh,
it's
it's flowing
so it's
out a
a
bit.
bamboo. Yeah. Oops, this one's better. It's a bamboo yarn, sock yarn.
I haven't knit with bamboo for socks.
It's really slippery.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
okay doing it on with my metal needles, but it's very slippery. It
Okay,
slides quite easily.
so put your point protectors on. And if you
Yeah,
don't have a set, see Lauren. She can set you up with some.
yeah. I'm gonna have to order some more again soon.
I need those 19 like 50 sort of
Oh
trucks
yeah, the trucks. Yeah.
in
Oh, these ones. They're right here.
yes, and is that one in like turquoise color, like a
Yeah,
baby
a
blue?
teal. It's
I
teal and
okay.
red.
I need the teal. I need 2 teal.
Yeah. Oh, see, I got a sock whip here too. It's one of
Oh
my
my
husband's
goodness.
socks. So yeah, we do worsted weight for those
Oh, nice.
because it just goes faster
Yeah.
and it gives you a chance to get through all of the techniques in a sock. So that's why we do
Perfect.
worsted weight. Plus, it's a little less overwhelming if you can get through a worsted weight one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We have exciting times coming ahead that I do want to mention. We're
Okay.
gonna have we're gonna have some guest speakers here.
Yeah.
Yes, we are. We've got 2 lined up that I think is going to make everybody excited.
Yep.
One is very much known to Sweet Yarns, and the other one not so much known, but very exciting. So
Yeah,
that
for
is
sure.
all we're going to say. But in the next couple weeks, you will be hearing more about these 2 exciting events. So
Yeah, we need to get some stuff scheduled and planned out, and it's
yeah.
been a little crazy. I can't keep up. I've got emails to email back and messages to message back, and I haven't had a chance. And like, yeah,
Well, you're just hurting. Like, I mean, Lauren has arthritis, and when the weather gets like
mm,
this, it really affects her. Me, I'm just
yeah.
getting old. There's no.
Well, yeah, I've had arthritis since I was a teenager,
Yes.
and I was on medications and stuff, and I don't really find that they help. So now, yeah, like this. So we've gone from like cool into coming into spring weather to like
Mhm.
summer. Like I have shorts on today again.
Oh my
And
goodness.
yeah, and because the weather has been so drastic, I know a lot of doctors don't believe that the what's the word?
Barometer?
Yeah, that stuff makes a difference in your arthritis, but I totally do. When the weather changes like that so quickly, everything just, yeah, I'm in a general state of achiness all the time. So like even yesterday, I didn't really do any knitting.
I know you surprised me. You said, I'm going to try crochet. And I'm like, you not knitting tonight or all weekend?
I didn't at all yesterday. I only picked up my crochet hook at like 10:30 at night last night.
That was late for you.
Yeah.
But you know
What are you
what?
drinking?
I'm still drinking tea. That's all I ever drink.
I have lemonade today.
I see this. You're doing
My
like something a little different.
well, okay, we're in summer weather at my house now, so um so my fridge, my one shelf of my fridge is always full because we have 2 big pitchers in there. One has lemonade and one has iced tea, and they just keep filling them up, and they keep getting emptied and filled and emptied and filled, and
Oh my, okay.
all summer long. Yeah, one of the kids started it, and now, yeah. And at supper time, my husband comes in and the kids will go, "What do you want to drink?" Because usually him and I usually split up Pepsi. Now I was like, "Oh, I'll have that, lemonade with iced tea and a mixed one." Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Actually, it's really good. Split your iced tea, like half iced tea, half lemonade. It's yummy.
Right.
But yeah, we drink a lot of that stuff now.
Oh, well, what iced tea? Like you just buy like the powdered?
Yeah,
Did you make it from scratch?
No, the iced tea, I just picked up the big mix of powder. It's the Nestea one. No name is fine too. And then for lemonade, I actually just use lemon juice.
Okay, lemon juice and sugar.
Yeah. Oh, and then I picked up 2 plastic pitchers. I can't remember where I got them. Was it the dollar store or the grocery store? Anyways, they're plastic pitchers. And what I did was I measured out the water and put them into the jugs. And then I used my black magic marker and wrote a line on it.
Oh, okay.
And one is labeled with L for lemonade. And the other one is labeled with a T for iced tea. And so whenever you're making a new one, it's just so easy because fill the water up to the line, and then the instructions for both beverages are on the fridge so the kids can do it themselves. I think it's like a cup of sugar and a cup of lemon juice.
Right.
And then the iced tea, I don't remember, 3/4 of a cup or something. Yeah.
In the summertime, I usually just put cold tea in the fridge and cold coffee in these glass containers. And then it's like everybody wants not iced tea.
Iced coffee.
Iced coffee or a tea latte. So I have the almond milk in the fridge ready to go. And, and then I have a whole bunch of different syrups from chocolate fudge to caramel to mango. So you can change up the flavor with the syrup. So
apparently I need to go to your house.
I try and treat people really well when they come.
Yep, you do.
Don't. So we have a little. You ready?
Should we? All right.
You ready?
Venturing into Short-Row Colourwork. Woo! So, yes. Lea-Ann ordered a book. And then she actually accidentally ordered a second copy.
Well, it was
so on we both have.
I've got like at least 25 pre-orders on it. So I didn't realize I had pre-ordered it twice till they both came.
Yeah. So we both have a copy of Short-Row Colourwork Knitting. Woo, woo.
And this is by Woolly Wormhead.
Yes. So she is a fairly popular, I guess, designer. She has, I was just on there. Hold on. 300 and some.
Patterns?
Yeah, on Ravelry. Hold on. Yeah, 396. I still have the tab open. Yeah, 396 patterns. And most of them, I think,
her stuff.
Yeah, most of them have the Short-Row Colourwork ones.
Well, see, after when I brought up the emotional support chicken, and then we all jumped on it, and that was like I've used short rows for behind my collar, but I hadn't really done too much with short rows, just here and there, but nothing huge. So when this book went out for pre-order, I was like, I had such a fun time doing the emotional support chicken. I could have done a whole hen house, except I didn't have time because, somebody is an enabler.
Me? No,
not at all. So anyways, when the book came out, I thought, why not? And when I opened the book, I thought, wow. And then the next day when the next book came, I called Lauren and said, you need this book. Why not?
Okay, so here, this is the emotional support chicken. If you haven't seen it before, I forgot mine at the store. Yeah, it's up on the shelf. So the emotional support chicken has some short row shaping in to create those cool, just the cool shaping of the chicken.
Yes. Yes.
And yes, there are color changes in there, but that doesn't actually involve Short-Row Colourwork. because you're just adding those colors in strips.
Yes. That's what made
But
it so fun.
yeah.
Mhm.
So if you've done intarsia before, intarsia color work, where you use a separate strand of yarn in a row for each of the colors, that is that would be a step right before this short row color work, I would say.
Mhm.
So if this one is knit sideways. So if you were doing this as intarsia, you would have like a yellow, and then you'd have an orange, and then where, you need another yellow, you would stick another yellow in.
Mhm.
Whereas this is done with short row shaping, which you pool your color in an area, and then you go back and you start using the other color again next to make those shapes and things.
It's like painting with a paintbrush.
Yeah, but you only have to use the two colors throughout. There's no ends to tuck in other than the beginning and the end. Whereas in intarsia, you'd have a million ends. Like there you can see where I've carried my yarn when I needed to, but there's literally only two ends. I can't even find them. Oh, there's one. So there's my yellow end, and then there's my orange one.
Up there.
Yeah, and that's it. So it's a really cool way of putting color into something without having to do like floats. And so bringing your yarn around. It works great for doing things flat as well. And all of the designs are done with garter, which means it's all knitting, no purling.
And it's squishy.
And it is a squishy and a stretchy.
Squishy.
It's nice. Here, I'll
And the
try
other
it on.
thing, from
You talk, I won't be able to hear, but.
And from a color perspective, this is a really great time to use up those hand-dyed skeins, because that gives quite a depth of color. So, this is a time that you can find those really beautiful skeins. There's tonals or basically anything. I don't think I would use for your main color a self-striping, but you can use a self-striping or a gradient within the color work.
A long self-striping would be good. I wouldn't use I don't think I would use any of your hand-dyed unless it was like tonal.
Well, that's what I'm saying with the tonals
Yeah.
when I'm looking at this, but it depends on what you're using. Like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna show.
Yeah, go
something
ahead.
like that. Something like this. Yes, you could use your hand dyed in there.
Yes.
Right? I'm talking about little motifs.
Yeah.
It just gives a lot more dimension.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I wouldn't use like a short self-striping. I would more use a gradient.
Yeah.
Than a self-striping.
This one is done with regular manufactured yarn. I used the vintage DK for this one.
I have those.
Yes,
Except I didn't send you the kit, did I?
No.
This one. There
so cool. So see where if you were doing that in regular stranded color work, you'd have you'll have to be carrying the colors as you work both colors in the same row. This is done with color pooling on purpose rather than, well, see, that's hard to say too. Is it color pooling? No, it's pooling your fabric in a color.
As I said, it's like paint work, like it's just amazing. That's what I'm saying. A beautiful tonal, or as I said, if you're looking at hand dyed, you'd want to make sure that your hand dyes, the colors are very close, so that it's shaded. So you could still do a variegate, but you wouldn't want one that has splotches of different color, and I'm saying different, like you wouldn't want to go a navy blue to a bright pink. Do you know what I'm saying? It wouldn't
you
be
need something that's
cohesive.
more muted.
Muted or
or
within the same color. So if you had a
yeah.
dark pink and then the tonal to it was a light pink and then there was a lavender with a very light lavender, that
Hmm.
would give you those color changes on the rows.
Hmm.
And that's what kind of gives it more depth.
Yeah.
So more depth, more of an illusion to it. That's what I absolutely love. The only thing I can say, this book is really well laid out, except the
Hmm.
charts are like Chinese.
Okay, well, she talks about her charts though in there. If you haven't seen a chart before, we should show one anyways, because they are wild and crazy
I
and they make no sense.
It's
There.
like
Oh.
learning a new language.
So yeah. She talks about it being it's actually really easy compared to what it looks like. When you first look at the chart, it is like, OMG, what the crap is she talking about?
Mhm.
But it does make sense in the end
Mhm.
because you're creating what does she say? You have to make a balanced fabric so that every stitch that you cast on gets worked the exact same number of times. It's just where they get worked is different than other ones. Here's another example. So you can see um, you just have to follow. Everything is really easy and self-explanatory once you
Mhm.
get going and go, oh, okay. It just means that there's lots of counting.
Mhm.
So this is not stuff to do while you're trying to watch a movie or a TV show or hang out with people. It's one that you want to work at by yourself where you can concentrate. You might want to put up a sign for your husband that says, not available at the moment. Mine loves to come in and bug me while I'm counting. So here you're working with one color in these rows, and they all are. She has arrows in each of the stitches that goes back and forth to tell you which way you should be going. Each of the short rows ends with I call it a googly stitch, but it's the German short row stitch. Oh, okay. So this is what happened. I taught a German short row class, and we used this one of her hat patterns
Yes.
as the class. And so we were going through the pattern, and every time we get to the little symbol-y thing, we started calling it the googly stitch because it
The
looked like it looks kind of like a G on the thing. So we
Yeah,
called it
it's
the
just
googly stitch.
it's a new language reading it, reading the charts. I don't really use charts. I like written
I
instructions.
love charts.
I know everybody else does, or most people I know like charts, but I go for written. But I'm going to pull this one up quickly and see if you can
Okay.
see it. This is what I mean by yarns hand dyed that is kind of cohesive. The colors, there are some pops of green in there,
Yeah.
but if that's self striping, they're very long. See how it's all very long, long.
Yeah.
So
And then
you
she
see the
used
depth of shading in this work.
Yeah, so she used the main color is the self-striping or
Mhm.
multicolored one, and then she used a
Yes.
solid color for her accent color.
Yes.
What's
Yes.
nice about her charts too is that every row is numbered. It tells you
Yes.
exactly how many stitches you have to do. So like this first row here, you've got 3 dark stitches, so your main color, and then you've got
Mm.
it says 19 of the second color, and then you do a googly stitch at the end. And then you work back in your one color. So yeah, it's very interesting. I'm not sure if I could design like this.
If I don't make this hat, hold on a minute, I'm going the wrong way.
There you
If
go.
I
It's
don't
cute.
make this hat for next winter time, I will be very upset. That
It's
is
cute.
so me. I love it. But I only like slouchies anyways.
Yep.
That is called the Ripplish, and it is absolutely gorgeous. And the other thing that I would have to do is the Damascena shawl. Look at that.
Yeah, it's really nice. So
That's
pretty.
if Lauren lets me off the hook.
I don't assign all the work. Stop making it sound like that.
She's such a slave driver. She just won't
No,
admit it.
Lea-Ann assigns me work and I assign her work, and sometimes it's one has more than the other.
Oh, it was an exhausting week last week. Holy
It's
smokes.
been a busy few weeks.
Yes, it has. It has, but it has been a blast.
It has been. It's very exciting. We're doing all kinds of fun things,
Oh my
but
goodness.
busy.
Busy, busy. We both haven't, well, she's had more time to clean her house than I have, but our offices,
I
both of us,
have?
are a mess. Haven't you? I thought you were vacuuming and I had laundry yesterday.
No, I didn't vacuum yesterday. I did the laundry though.
Oh, did
Laundry and
you?
groceries. I spent all kinds of money at the grocery stores. But I got to drive the car. Oh, I love the
finally.
car.
Oh
Yeah,
my
only to the
goodness.
grocery store and back because it's close.
Okay.
I still be taking the truck this week, probably for a while. Craptastic.
Oh my goodness.
So if you would like to see this book, Short-Row Colourwork Knitting, I will have it at the store. So if you're local, you can pop in and get it or borrow it. Look at it at least anyways.
And if you want it, buy it because
Yeah.
it's pretty incredible. Very incredible.
After I get the show notes done, which are partially done already, I will be there will be links to where you could purchase the book if you wanted it, as
Nice.
well as her patterns on Ravelry.
Yes. I've never gone through her patterns.
She has 396, so you get quite a few.
Yeah.
This is actually the second woolly wormhead hat I've done.
Oh, is
I
it?
remember, yeah, I taught a different one in my class when we used to do in-store, when we were doing in-store classes before
Right.
COVID. And then, yeah, so then during COVID, one of my customers suggested, I don't know if I've told this story before on here. One of my customers suggested that, since you can't teach classes, it would be really cool if you could do like project kits where you could do videos that went along with a project so we could learn things. And so I ended up doing 9 of them that first year.
Yes,
or
you
a
did.
year and a half. And doing German short rows was one of them.
Yes,
And
that
so
was
we
your
used
very first.
No.
I thought
This
that
was
was number
in
1 in
no.
the beginners, number 1.
No. Let me go
She would
back and
know.
check.
She did it.
This was actually in the second one, wasn't it? Yes, this is a level 2. So
Oh, it was?
level 1 was lace and cables and mosaic color work.
Oh, right.
So mosaic color work is when you use 2 colors,
Yeah.
but you only use one at a time. So you work across and back with one color and across and back with a second color. And to get your color to move from one row up to the third row, you use slip stitches.
Mm-hmm.
So then in the second set, I have to go back and look. We did, level 2 was German short rows and entrelac and brioche. So this was one of our level 2 ones. And so this is the Azul hat. It's part of her elemental set. There's 5, what did she say? 5 fabric bending short row hats, all based on elements. And so this one was orange and yellow because it's supposed to be fire.
Oh, it's a beautiful hat.
Yeah.
I know exactly where my yarn is. And I know it's in a project bag.
Yeah. So, I chose orange and yellow for this kit. And you didn't get to have color choices. It was just orange and yellow because it's supposed to be fire. And then the other cool thing you learn to do in this course was provisional cast on, if you haven't done that before.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where you crochet a chain and then you pick up in the back of the chain with your knitting needle and knit into it. And so that you have live stitches that you can graft together at the end when you finish. So that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And you learned grafting as well. But yeah.
And you had 9 kits.
Yeah.
Are they still up on the website?
Yes, I do have them up. They're only up there as a pre-order. And then, because I don't always have the yarn in stock for all of those. So this one came with the yarn to do it. You get the pattern. I even put scrap yarn in for your provisional cast on, a nice big chunk of a different color.
Wasn't there a crochet hook in that one too?
I think so. I think I put one in. So my project kits, all you have to do is add knitting needles. That was the idea.
I know she already gave me, I sent all the kits. I have all of them, but I sent them back to her to photograph.
Yeah.
So that she can have them up there.
And I haven't done them yet.
She hasn't done them yet, but this morning when she came on, she was looking for the hat and she's, it's the only kit you didn't. It's the only kit you didn't send me. She says, you have a lot of knitting to do. And I was like, I didn't buy them to knit. I bought them to support Sweet Yarns.
You should try them out though. They're fun.
I will. A lot of the patterns I like. There was the lace was a lace fingerless gloves. Yeah. And they were really nice. Yeah. I just haven't had time. Like it's just times of the essence.
Well, and what's nice about the videos is I go step by step through the whole project. Including all of this casting on and the finishing work, even in tucking in ends. Because sometimes people don't know how to do it. I'm not going to say properly, but do it in a way that it will stay in, hopefully, and not pop out on the wrong side. And yeah, just all my suggestions.
So let's list them again. There was beginner, cables, lace, and mosaic.
That was level 1. Yeah.
Level 1. Okay. Level 2.
Entrelac, brioche, and German short rows.
And level 3.
Intarsia, double knitting, and Farrell and steeking.
Yes. So if anyone out there is looking for these kits and the videos that go with them to show you how to go through the project, then you have to go to the Sweet Yarns website, and they are
under fiber education.
Yes, and they are under a pre-order, and also there is information there. It's a class that you did on picking colors. That what was that one again?
Colourwork for Crafters.
Yes, and
so that one has some PDFs as well as some videos.
Yes.
Yeah, for helping with choosing colors and stuff, for doing color work and other fun things like that.
Yes. So you will find that all under fiber ebercation. 3:30 in the morning. I'm getting tired. I sat down for a few minutes because I was writing out recipes, the dye recipes, and I think I dozed off for a few minutes because I don't think I wrote anything, but I think I missed something that was playing on my show. So that kind of tells me that I did doze off. But yes, so do make sure in the show notes to put up a link for the pre-orders.
I will.
And please photograph those.
Yeah, one of these days. The projects are actually photographed in the listings now. Originally, I didn't have them there because when we first started, when I first did these, they were mystery project kits. So it was supposed to be a surprise. You didn't know what you were going to get. No. The only thing I did say was, like, I would list off which ones were level 1 and which ones were level 2 and which ones were level 3, like what they were. But when we first got them, like when you first ordered one, you didn't know what you were getting. So it would have been like level 2 was, we said brioche, what was the brioche, entrelac, and the German short rows. So you knew it was one of those 3 that you were getting. You just didn't know which one.
But you also, in a few of the kits, you had combination colors to pick from.
Yes, most of them did. I think the German short rows was the only one that didn't, because I felt like it just needed that one.
It needed that, so there was no chance to do it in blue or anything like that. You had to
but like the entrelac one, I think we had 3 or 4 choices of colorways. Yeah, you had to do it in orange and yellow.
Yes,
it's supposed to be fire. I
didn't care if it was
orange or yellow for the bottom, but you only got those 2 colors. That was it. It actually made it quite easy.
So there you go. She will put those up because, yes, if you haven't done any of those
If you
styles,
haven't tried a knitting technique, I only have one
yes,
crochet project
technique.
kit.
That was the word I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Technique.
I only have one crochet project kit right now, and that's the Start Crocheting one.
Hmm.
We may do more in the future. I just haven't
Hmm.
had time to do any either.
That's the bad
Oh,
thing about our collaboration. It's like, you get two people who love cookies. They're cookie connoisseurs. They're
yep,
going to try everything. They're going to bring all kinds to the table. And yeah,
yep.
and then you're going to start weighing more. But this is the same way as with the fiber.
Well, this is our first time working so closely together.
Yes. Yes.
And so I think that soon in the future we're going to have to start, okay, like what are Sweet Yarn's priorities for the year? What are the Bariatric Knitters priorities for the year? And then what can we do as the designer and the dyer as priorities for the year? And then kind of spread that out so that we're always, yeah. So like I need to schedule in being able to do project kits, which I haven't been doing.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
we'll get there.
Well, and this year too, it didn't help with the two surgeries that I had
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of the stuff that we were working on was supposed to be for now. We
Was
are
supposed to be
already,
done already. Some of it
yes,
should have been out. We just had delays and yeah,
yeah.
but because
So
we still want to do them.
yeah, so we still want to get that stuff out, but the stuff that we were hoping to do last fall that would have been for the spring,
Mm-hmm.
we lost that. So now it's just such a rush to get those things done and get them out to our patrons.
Yep.
From Sweet Yarns, Bariatric Knitter, and D&D. So it's very
Mm-hmm.
exciting times. Or I
For
think you'll
sure.
be excited, but I get excited over the silliest little things. So
That's like my kids tease me because I'll talk about the potato peeler
the
every time.
potato peeler,
Every time I use it, they're like, "Oh, mom, what is wrong with you?"
a regular potato peeler.
Yeah.
You get
Okay,
excited.
but yes. I mean, I've just always used like, well, you get a potato peeler because you need one at the, you pick it up at the grocery store and it works just fine. But sometimes you feel like you're fighting with it.
Okay.
And then a friend of mine was cleaning up her kitchen and stuff, and she gave me a box of things, and oh, there was a peeler in it. And I'm like,
Okay.
okay, I didn't really need another one, but I threw it in the drawer. And then one day I used it. I'm like, oh my goodness. It is so easy. It just
Oh.
slides so nicely. I've never used anything like this before. And so I always rave about the potato peeler. But you know what? It's the same thing when you finally invest in good knitting needles
Yes.
or a crochet hook that really fits nicely in your hand.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm not, I hate fighting with things
Yeah.
and having things be difficult. So it was the same thing, when I got my Chaogu interchangeable set. I just love that red cord on there.
Mm-hmm.
I was tired of, I mean, I like using circular needles. I prefer to use circular.
Mm-hmm.
And the knitting needles that I've had previously were fine. Like I have Haya and they're fine. The cord's okay, but it
Mm-hmm.
always stays curled up. Well, the Chaogu ones, it was the same feeling as getting that great peeler. It works so nicely. The cord just stays magically out there. It
Yeah.
doesn't stay all tangled up, and you're not, fighting to move things around. And yeah,
Let me ask a question. Does anyone use their straights anymore? Anyone?
anyone watching today, I don't know, but I do have. There are some.
Is there?
As customers, I do have a few.
Right.
I honestly do not carry straights anymore in the store. I don't order them in.
Okay.
I do have a little bit because customers will be cleaning out their
It's
stashes
me.
of old needles
Mm-hmm.
and bring them in. But no, like, okay, I order straight needles in for one customer.
Mhm.
And that's because she has an actual physical disability and has to use straight needles. Everybody else, sorry, if I don't have them, you'll have to use circulars.
I just remember, when, it became more popular to use, like, magic loop. I think that was, like, 2014 when it became more popular to use your circular needles than your
Yeah,
straights, and I
Lee
just
says
don't.
no, she uses her straights or doesn't use straights anymore.
Yeah, I think I've got 3 pair of bamboo ones somewhere, and I
Yeah,
just they're in smaller sizes. I just use those when it's a really super slippery yarn and I need some grip, but I haven't used straights in years, like 8, 9 years maybe?
yeah. Even when I taught my daughter how to knit, I used circular needles. I didn't bother with
Mhm,
straight ones. I think
mhm,
it's if you're starting out, I think it's good to learn on the circular needles because you need to learn how to manage that cord and
mhm,
which hand do your the does the needle with the stitches go in, which way are you knitting to? Yeah.
mhm,
I know
mhm,
some people still want to go with straights and I'm like, sorry.
mhm, mhm. I just
Uh
wondered.
the the other reason too is because I am a small yarn shop. I can't afford to have 4 or 5 different kinds of needles in the store.
No, no. There's other fun
Um,
things.
Well, my feeling is, do you want to have yarn choices or do you want to have needle choices?
Yeah, yeah.
Most
Well,
people would
needles
prefer to have yarn choices.
needles are so available these days. Like Amazon sells Chow as well. Or what
Now,
is it, Leica?
okay, they do sell them on Amazon, but you aren't guaranteed to get actual Chow brand
True,
needles.
true, true.
Yes, and I think bigger yarn shops in bigger cities
Mhm,
can afford to carry different brands. I'm down to 2 brands. I have the Xiaogu ones for interchangeable as well as my fixed metal needles. And then
mhm,
for bamboo, I carry Knitter's Pride.
mhm,
And those are the only needles we have. And honestly, I don't carry as many needles as I used to because so many of my customers have switched to the interchangeable set. So now I just
mhm.
order in parts when they want them. Like, oh, I need extra tips, or, I need bamboo tips for this project. Can you order those in for me? Sure. Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm thinking right now. I have every set except for the bamboo. I think I need them.
The only reason I wouldn't order a full bamboo set is because they don't have the red cords.
Oh, that's right too.
The bamboo ones are
The
what do they call
spin?
them? Yeah, bamboo spin. So they have the nylon cord with the spinning ends on them. And
Mhm,
so the cords are not memory free. They do stay curled up, but the ends spin.
mhm,
The idea is that you don't have to fight with the cord to move your needle tips around.
mhm. The only thing I don't like about the, what is it, 360 swivel.
They
Um,
have the same thing. So they have combined the red cord and the spin cord
spin.
into a swivel one. So it has a memory free cord, but they have the swivel ends on them.
Yes, but what I don't like about them is, and I have a lot of lengths of those. I have a lot of the 360 swivels, and,
Mhm.
the cord is so thin.
Yeah, it's got
When
the
you're
same
doing
cord as the minis, I think.
well, yes, and so when you're doing something like, what do I have on it? Oh, my temperature blanket.
Mhm.
Okay, that was a 47-inch cord, and
Mhm.
just to move everything across that cord is very hard. It doesn't you
Yeah, I
have to
prefer my
keep.
red cable.
Yeah,
Lee,
because it's just
Lee
so thin.
Yeah, Lee says they are warranted when you order them from a reputable shop like yours. Yes, they are.
Yes,
So that's
yes.
another reason why we love the Chogu is that they are guaranteed and
Mhm,
lifetime guarantee on them, warranty. So if you have an issue with them, and it does happen. I
mhm,
had one customer whose end came off of the cord, snapped right off at the join there, and so we just got her in a new cord for
mhm.
free. Mhm. And quick and easy. My supplier will mail it out immediately, or I usually just say, well, I'm putting an order in, so just add it onto that one. So yeah.
It is amazing what you can get into.
Yep.
Yes. I am tired today.
Yeah. Well, and it's not as sunny as it was supposed to be. It's kind of gloomy here today.
Oh,
Sun
I'll take that.
has come out slightly. Yeah, I know it's not as hot.
I don't need the huge sunshine, and I don't need the heat. I'm like a 18 degree, 22 degree person. I'm like mid-range. Gets too hot, I get too grouchy. Gets too cold, I get grouchy.
I
No, I
like a
need.
hot day when I'm going to the beach, but I don't get to go there too often, so I don't need it.
Well, you know, it's funny coming from a horse background. I never rode in the spring or the summer. Never rode.
Mhm.
None of my horses. I only ride in the fall and the winter.
Okay.
I can't handle the bugs. I can't handle the heat.
Yeah, I know.
I can't handle horses irritated by the bugs and the heat.
Yeah. I got bit today while I was out with the dog.
Oh, did ya? Oh, the mosquitoes are
Yes.
bad right
No,
now.
black fly got
Oh,
me.
yeah. I
Yeah, I
haven't
found a
seen
spot
any yet.
later. Oh, they're
I
awful.
Yeah. They got teeth. They have teeth, those ones. So, Missy, this girl has to have a nap. I
Yes.
figure right now I have worked a full day.
Yes, by now you have.
I have. Actually, I've been doing overtime.
Yeah, I have to. I think my husband wants me to shave his head,
Oh,
his
okay.
summer haircut, and the kids and I need to make jam. Like seriously, I have no jam left in my house, so I need to make some today.
Oi, she's got a lot
And then
to
I
do.
have to cook supper. Good grief, lots to do still.
What's for dinner tonight?
I think we're going Greek.
Oh,
I picked up some pork souvlaki yesterday
okay.
from Food Basics. Seriously, if you have not gone to Food Basics yet and checked out their frozen section, they have so many things for great price. Yeah, so the souvlaki comes on skewers and they're all individually wrapped. You can cook as many as you want. Nice and easy.
Nice.
So I think we'll do that and some Greek rice. And
Ooh.
I think I have stuff for salad. Yeah.
Well, I think I'll come over for dinner.
If it wasn't so hot out, I could have done Greek potatoes too, but
What's Greek potatoes?
You cook them in the oven with chicken broth and some lemon juice, and I forget what else is on there. They're really good. They turn
Like
out
a
yummy.
sheet pan? You cook them up on a sheet pan?
No, not on a sheet pan, but in a baking dish.
Oh.
And all the liquid boils off as you cook them. They got to be in there for like an hour or something, but they're good. Oh, and I did get tzatziki sauce, so we're good to go. Oh, and I got pitas. So yeah, Greek today.
She's going Greek today.
Well, it's a nice easy meal.
Yes.
The rice is super easy to do.
Yes.
Just some what's in there? Lemon juice and chicken broth, or concentrated bouillon stuff. Yeah.
I don't think we did all the cooking last night, so I'm good.
Nice. Well, today's my last day to cook, and then I'm good till next Sunday.
You're good. Well, I did tortellini last night.
Ooh.
So tortellini and fish and sausages got cooked and shrimp got cooked. So
wow.
All's good. All's good in the hood. So
awesome.
That means that I get to have a nappy this afternoon.
Yep.
I'm getting old.
And
I need one. I need a sleepy. I'm just going to curl up with the doggies. And then I've got to get in this office because I have a huge knitting machine, an automated knitting machine. I have to get in here. I got to put it back together. And then I have to learn how to use it.
Woo!
So
all the fun.
If I'm a little distracted today, I am sorry, folks. I'm just like, I am so tired. I'm trying to keep my eyes open so I look like I'm interested. I'm just like
I am interested, just tired.
Yeah, I'm just so tired. Just so tired. It's been a go this week. So
Yes.
anyways, so
So you want me to do
I
our closing then?
I think that would be great. I want to thank each and every one of yous for coming and seeing us and all the beautiful comments on June's die, which brings me to one more point.
Oh,
So
sure.
every month, I am trying to come out with 4 to 6 new colorways
Woo!
to add to our collection. So not all colorways will be available every month.
Mhm.
Of course, that will be if they're out of stock, or some will move them around because they may be a spring, a summer, or a fall. So when they go up, that's the time at that point to grab them, but they will come around again at some point. So
Sounds
save your
good.
pennies. Sockapalooza's coming up,
Woo! Yeah, we
and
just
some
got in a
more good
shipment
stuff.
of opal sock yarn, so there's lots of color choices at the moment.
Oh, I love opal sock yarn.
Yeah. And of course we have Lea-Ann's yarns that are good for socks too. But yeah,
Mhm.
so much fun. Okay, so thank you for joining us today. We had a great time chatting with you that were here live. And for those watching us later, we hope you enjoyed it too. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe, and make sure the bell is turned on so you get a notification when we go live again or post a video. And make sure to follow us on social media and Ravelry as well by clicking the link in the description box below. And until next time, have a fiber-filled day.
Blessings, everyone. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.